The Grand Hall of the United Worlds Council was filled with voices. Delegates from many planets argued loudly, their words bouncing off the walls. Ambassador Kara of the peaceful Varoni people sat quietly. Her green eyes watched the chaos, her hands gripping the edge of the table. "Order, we need order," she shouted, her voice trembling but clear. The hall grew quiet, but the tension remained. A large, muscular alien with silver skin and glowing red eyes stood. His name was Vryn, the war chief of the Tharn Empire. "Order, you speak of order, but your worlds are burning. The enemy is at our doors," he growled. The Varoni people were known for their art and diplomacy, not war. But now, even they were being attacked. Kara stood up, trying to stay strong. "We are not defeated yet. We can still fight." Vryn laughed, a deep and harsh sound. "Fight, your fleets are destroyed. Your people are running. You are weak, Ambassador." Kara's heart sank. She knew he was right. The enemy, the Krathans, had attacked without warning, destroying planet after planet. The Council had no time to react. Now, they were desperate for a solution. At the back of the hall, in the shadows, sat the human delegation. Earth had joined the Council only 20 years ago, but they had always stayed quiet. They rarely sent representatives to these meetings, and today was no different. Vryn's glowing eyes turned toward the humans. "Perhaps these silent humans will save us," he mocked. Everyone turned to look at the humans, their faces filled with doubt and frustration. Humans were a mystery to the Council. They had powerful technology, but little was known about their tactics or their leaders. For a moment, there was silence. Then, a calm voice spoke from the shadows. "Perhaps we will," the voice said. The hall went still. The voice belonged to Commander Alex, a tall figure dressed in a simple gray uniform. He stepped forward, his dark hair streaked with silver, his eyes cold and calculating. "The Council is weak," Alex said calmly. "You follow old rules, old traditions. That is why you are losing. The Krathans have no rules. They fight to destroy everything." Alex looked around the room, his voice steady and strong. "We humans have studied the Krathans. We know how they think, and we know how to defeat them." Kara felt a spark of hope, but also fear. Could she trust these humans? They were new to the Council, and they had never revealed their full strength. Vryn snorted. "Defeat them? Your ships are small. Your forces are weak. What can you do that we cannot?" Alex smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. "We do not fight like you. We do not follow your rules. If you give Earth full control of the Council's armies, we will show you how to win this war." The room erupted into chaos again. Many delegates shouted in disagreement. How could they trust the humans with such power? Kara stood up, her voice cutting through the noise. "Enough, let him speak." The room quieted once more. Alex nodded to her, then continued. "The Krathans are brutal, but they have weaknesses. They are not prepared for the kind of war we can bring. If we strike fast and without mercy, we can turn the tide." The Council was divided. Some wanted to give the humans a chance. Others feared what would happen if they handed over their armies. The decision had to be made quickly. The Krathans were closing in on their last strongholds. Vryn stood, his red eyes glowing brighter. "I say we let them try. What do we have to lose? Our way has failed. Maybe the humans can do better." Kara hesitated. She looked around the room and saw fear in the faces of the other delegates. They were scared to give so much power to a race they didn't understand. But what other choice did they have? She took a deep breath. "I agree. Let the humans lead." "We have no time to argue." One by one, the other delegates nodded. The vote was cast. The humans would take control. Alex simply nodded, his face unreadable. "You won't regret this." Under human command, the United Worlds forces moved quickly. They attacked the Krathans with brutal efficiency, using tactics the Council had never considered. Within hours, the enemy was in retreat. Kara watched the battle unfold from the safety of a command ship. She could hardly believe what she was seeing. The humans had done it. They had turned the war around. Alex stood beside her, his arms crossed. "It's not over yet," he said quietly. He was right. The Krathans regrouped, launching a desperate counterattack. But the humans were ready. They had studied the Krathans' every move, and now they were using that knowledge to crush them. In the final moments of the battle, the Krathan leader sent a message to the council. "You have changed. This is not the council we fought before." Kara smiled for the first time in weeks. "No," she replied. "This is the new council, and we fight to win." The Krathans were defeated, and the war was finally over. The United Worlds had survived, but everything had changed. The humans had proven their strength, and now the future of the galaxy was in their hands. Kara looked at Alex. "What happens now?" Alex smiled, this time with warmth. "Now we rebuild, together."